Hello everyone, welcome back to Hayashi Dojo in Mannheim, Germany. Ryan Hayashi here with another training video for my students, and this one goes out specifically to one of my friends and colleagues in Canada from the Canada JKA. He sent a request for information on Hakama, how to shop for one of these and some basic information. Okay. These are worn in Iaido, Kendo, Aikido, Naginata-do, and Kyudo. Generally not worn in Karate-do or Judo, although in some formal settings, for example, I've seen older videos of Sensei Masatoshi Nakayama actually refereeing some of the karate early 60s or 70s karate matches wearing Hakama. Okay. This was generally seen as formal wear before the 1920s, when the general male Japanese population changed to wearing Western clothing. There's a specific way to tie it, so I'm just going to come close enough to the camera to show this knot. Okay, I hope the light can pick that up. I'll just move it around a little bit so the camera sees that one time. Now the first thing you have to learn when you buy one of these Hakama is how to tie this knot. That is the correct and traditional way to have it tied when you're not wearing it. I'll demonstrate now so you can see, first of all, how to tie that, and then I'll demonstrate how to wear it. Okay. This is what it looks like when it's open. Now, generally for the traditional Japanese martial arts, or Budo, the Hakama is either black, dark blue, they tend to favor dark blue for Kendo, or sometimes white, but white is more for ceremonial purposes. In demonstrations, they then wear a formal wide sleeve kimono with silk striped gray and black, or sometimes brown and black striped Hakama. But this is the one for general training. It looks like this. It looks like a skirt, but it has two legs. So for those not familiar with it, one foot goes through each leg. Okay? This style, which is traditionally for men, is called umanori. Umanori means it has two legs. If it does not have this division between the legs and it's one skirt, it is then called the andon style. Andon is generally for women. Okay? Now to tie it, you have to get the koshi-ita, this hard board which goes on your back, lined up with the front. Okay? Please bring the camera closer. I'll just lay it down so that the camera can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now the side with the hard board koshi-ita is the back. You have to have the back side up first, because the first thing you have to do, sorry that's fuzzed, is to line up this single fold that goes along the back. Okay. You then have to keep this fold closed as you turn the whole thing over, and this is how you do it. You ride your hand along it, pulling across the floor so that you know the back remains closed. The next step is to line up all 5 of the folds in the front. So we have to take the 4 straps, these ties, the himo, and we have to get them upwards, pointing away from us. Okay, there's the board, the koshi-ita. Now, in a training Hakama, generally where the himo or the top band ends, the bottom hem lines up here with the bottom of the koshi-ita. Okay, there's one fold. I'll put my hand in it so the camera can pick that up. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. The fifth one, as you see, I've lost it. There it is. And it forms 5 parallel lines. They're now one on each fingertip that run from top to bottom. Okay? If they're open like that, that's incorrect. They should be closed to form parallel lines. Next step is to fold inward. It's approximately to the first folding line. This one approximately to the 5th folding line, like that. Okay? Make it flat. And then we fold upwards. Now, depending on the height of the wearer, I'm an average height, so it has 1, 2, 3 folds in it. There's 2. And there's 3. Okay, here comes the more complex part, how to tie this knot. Okay, the 2 straps, himo, that are on this backboard, the hoshiita, go up. These 2, we fold in half. It's folded once in half here, and then once in half again, making a diagonal that comes down to this bottom corner here. Same thing here. We fold it in half once, and then a second time, so that it points down to this corner here. Now, the strap on the backboard comes down and up underneath this X. I'll put my hand under it for a contrast so the camera can pick that up. Okay? I'll pull it tight. Both sides. It comes down, underneath the X, and then points up. Then, not this piece that points to the bottom end, we ignore that for the moment, but these 2, which form sort of a broad X. We come around it and back up. Same thing here. I'll put my hand where we want it. Right there, we come around it and back up. Okay? Now we fold this in half and tuck this, I'll put my finger in it, from this corner piece, we put it through that loop. Okay? Right here. Okay? Same thing here. This piece gets folded in half, and pointing from the corner, we come up through inside this little loop. Okay? And that's what it looks like when it's not being worn. That's a correctly folded hakama. Okay? Now, I'll teach how to wear it, which means I open it up again. So because we generally wear one of these when training Iaido, we prefer black training hakama. And for Iaido, you traditionally would wear a keikogi top, uagi, either in black or, this is a kendo keikogi, which is a dark blue. I brought the blue one today so you can see how to wear the belt, the obi. Okay? So I'll demonstrate that next. Sorry, but I just have to take a quick 10 seconds and fold this correctly because it's force of habit. Just a quick demonstration. That's how we fold the Kaku Obi. Okay. Dark blue one, which would generally go with the Hakama, in this case for Iaido. It might look pretty dark on camera, but this is the blue one. The black one for Iaido Kata is thinner than this Kendo one. They tie here at the chest instead of at the waist. That's just to keep it closed. And they tend to have, for Iaido, as well as for Kendo, slightly shorter sleeves that come up almost to the elbow. Okay? Now, when wearing a Hakama, we generally wear one of these. This is Kaku Obi. Okay? Really long. I'll stand up so you can see the length of this. Now, here's how we wear it. We fold it in half so that the length comes from the hand to the sternum, the center of the chest. And at that point, we allow the fold to open up. Can you see that? So at that point, we go on the belly button, our body center, the hara, and we go around 2 times underneath the folded end. Okay? So, now here's the fun part. You have to suck in your gut and make your waist small so you can pull this tight. There's 1. We always stay under the folded piece. There's 2. Now the folded piece, we get that center point where we started at the belly button. I hope the camera can see this. We go through the outermost layer, like that. Don't pull it tight, that's wrong. It should remain flat against the body. So, if I make it flat, that's correct, and I just get rid of the slack. We fold over, and what we now do is go back and forth so that when I let this piece fall, we get 2 equally sized squares, like that. So now when this falls, we have a square here and here. Can we see that? There's 1 square with 4 sides the same length. Here's a second square with 4 sides. This, I put my fingers in here, around this, pull upward. I'm still holding in my belly button, tensing my stomach muscles to make my belly flat. This comes against my body, inside everything. Here. Around. And that holds everything together. Now that's fairly tight. I can snugly stick in 1 finger, but you'll see there's tension as I try to pull my fingers out. Okay? Okay? Now, in this direction, always in the direction of the kesa, of the diagonal collar, we go this way, the direction of the clock from my point of view. So we bring this to the small of the back, here. Okay? That's how we wear this Kaku Obi, which traditionally goes together with the Hakama. Now I'll put the Hakama on so you can see how to wear this. Okay?